Hello and welcome back to my tutorial for Civ 5. Things are going fairly well at the moment. Looks like we're pretty much en route to winning this game. We've got almost twice the score of the person in second place, which is never a great sign. We are almost to plastics, so things are going fairly well here. Could do with upgrading some of these units, because we are not top on soldiers. So let's do that. You can just hit U. I don't know if I've said this before, but you can just hit U to upgrade a unit if you have it selected. What should we build here? Windmills are alright, but they don't actually give you all that much production. +2 is not very much. 10% when building buildings is useful if you're building a lot of buildings, but there aren't very many buildings left to build here. So I'm actually going to go for a garden. Just going to go through and check to make sure that all my tiles are doing what they're supposed to do. I don't actually have a place to work with this guy, so I'm just going to leave him there. Here, yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty well. I'm going to try to beeline toward free thought here to get the extra science from universities and trading posts, and then after that I'll probably start filling out freedom. We'll just build a mine here to get the coal, and then we can probably start producing factories in our cities after that. So someone's entered the Renaissance while we're in the modern era. See, this is Shoney stole acoustic, so what you can actually do to... There are spies in this game, which I haven't actually used yet, but you just click this button and it takes you here. Oh, no, I have used them. Never mind. It's been a while since I recorded the last one. But you can put your spies in your own cities like I did with this one, so I'm actually going to pop my spies in here to try to prevent stuff like this from happening. What you can actually do is click on that, and... yeah. I don't know if that actually does anything. Hopefully it does. Should keep upgrading these guys to Minutemen. Now, it would appear that his prophet snuck in here and managed to convert my capital, which is not ideal. I could probably go ask him to stop that. Oop, wrong one. Okay, whatever. What did I actually lose from that? I lost tithe or lost religious community. It looks like my religion's pressuring his my religion has more pressure than his does. So the city should convert back in time. We could possibly buy a missionary to go send it back, but I don't see any reason to do that. Just converted my other city. The AI is really bad about just converting all of your cities. In a multiplayer game, this would hardly ever happen. But, yeah. Probably just going to build a barracks. Barracks are kind of like insurance for the future. It guarantees that any future military units you build will be slightly stronger. So I'm just gonna get the immediate culture from this guy. Get rifling next turn so we can actually upgrade these Minutemen again. So here we go. Upgraded. Now Boston, I might actually build a hydro plant. I've got 8 aluminum. 8 aluminum's a lot. So I'm gonna build that. That'll give me a ton of production from all these rivers. We can go improve this aluminum. Yeah, we've got way too much aluminum, so we can probably afford to build water mills in most of our cities that are next to rivers, without worrying too much about losing our stuff. We got a great artist somewhere. You can continue sending food to the capital. Definitely could just stay here. I should have the strongest military, and I actually don't. It's interesting. I'm just gonna pop a golden age here. I can upgrade this swordsman here. That'll do. I'll get the Eiffel Tower next turn, that'll buff my happiness. It also gives me a little bit of tourism, which will help pressuring ideologies. I don't think I'm going to go for a cultural victory, although I suppose I could. But I don't think that's really what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a hydroplane here. Might be worth building stock exchanges just to get the extra gold rolling in. We can steam power in a couple turns. Yeah, see, look at... there are too many missionaries all over the place here. So I think it would appear that my religion is completely dead, actually. Yeah. It's not great. Oh, that does tend to happen in a single player. I can upgrade these guys even further. No, I can't. I don't think he has anywhere else to improve. Does not look like it. So I'm actually going to delete him. Get rid of him. Get rid of the maintenance I'm paying on him. Got a lot of gold saved up. I could use that for something. But I can't really think of anything I need to buy right now. Could buy some military units, but yeah, now I'm top on military. So I think I'm doing fairly well here. All things considering. Probably need to start building factories now. Give me more production. If we'd gone order, then factories would actually give us science, which might be useful. But we decided to go freedom. So, get a factory there as well. Get that policy, that brings us up to 500 science, which would be good. My city demands whales. I'm actually just going to have him sleep there. You can press F on a unit like this and they'll just sit there forever until you give him an order. So I'm just going to keep him around unless I need him for something. Another great scientist. Just pop him over here. And build that, I guess. Really, I just need to keep my cities busy until I unlock research labs. As soon as I unlock research labs, I want to rush to build them in every city as quickly as possible. Got another technology stolen. We can build the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty is one of the best wonders in the game. It's really, that's the main reason you want to go Liberty, or Freedom. Because one production from Specialist is quite a lot when you've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 production in this city. That's 4, 5 in this city. 4 in this. It's a ton of production you get from that. And it synergizes very well with the specialist bonuses you get just from having freedom itself. Plus free social policy, which is even better on top of everything else. More factories. Got a free lancer from City State, which is good. We could consider allying with the City State, actually. See, one thing I haven't done very well is explore. Normally you would definitely want to explore more than I have in a game. Probably what you would want to do is build like a caravel or something and go exploring the coasts. But I didn't do that. Someone's entered the industrial era. Yeah, see, I've only met like half the civs in the game. So I think exploring is one thing that I did not do very well. But you can't have perfect... It won't be perfect every time you play the game. But I would advise exploring more than I have. Another great scientist. Another tech stolen. Get plastics in one turn, we can start pumping out our research labs. Now we're going to pop these scientists off 5 turns after we built research labs in every city. So that'll be a long time in the city. What I might do is actually build a factory here, and then purchase my research lab. The city does not have very much production. And building the Statue of Liberty will actually help that quite a bit with all these specialists. we'll get a research lab there. And then in the meantime, while we're waiting on our research labs to build, I'm actually going to go for biology and then dynamite, just to unlock oil, get hospitals, get artillery, just to kind of catch up on the techs that I shot past, and keep sending food to the capital. Get optic. I can't believe we haven't gotten optics yet. That's another thing you probably would have wanted to get before now. Get the Statue of Liberty next turn. That's a good one. So, the free policy I'm going to put into here. Probably to get this. To get longer golden ages and happiness from specialists. So see, that brought our happiness up to 16, which is amazing. And then go into a research lab there. Make another golden age. Why not? So we'll get astronomy, which will actually allow us to build caravels. I don't think I'm going to actually bother with building caravels there. Someone, it looks like, has founded the World Congress. Who actually founded it was Korea. So now we've met all the other civs in the game. And it would appear that it is Siam and Brazil. Which is interesting. So I'll do research lab there. So in 7 turns, we will have research labs in all of our cities. So we can then start using our scientists. Speaking of scientists, we just got another one. So we'll move him down here. Just have him wait. Archaeology. Probably go for another stock exchange. At this point, it's probably worth starting to work the these specialists, because you're not, at this point, generating a great merchant isn't going to hurt you all that much. So I'm going to start putting my people on more and more specialist slots, because I've already got bonuses to specialists because of freedom and because of the Statue of Liberty, so it's worth. Plus the secularism thing gives you 2 science per specialist, so I've fairly heavily focused on specialists this game, which makes me want to grow the cities as big as possible and just work as many specialist tiles as possible to get the biggest impact. So I'm going to do a barracks here. Barracks is a good thing to build if you don't really have anything else to build. They've converted New York to Protestantism, apparently. It doesn't really matter. No, actually, that might be a good thing to build to stop spy stealing. But it doesn't really matter what religion my cities are at this point. So we've discovered oil now. And we'll probably want to use this worker to improve it. So we got one there and one coast oil over here. Coast oil is a little bit more problematic because you have to get refrigeration to improve it. But I think 7 oil here should be enough to hold me over. I can't imagine needing more than that. So we'll get our final research lab next turn, then 5 turns after that we can pop the scientists. So on turn 186 is what we'll do. Hospitals are good to build in all your cities because they'll speed up your growth. So I'm going to just get this one. It doesn't really matter, they're all going to give roughly the same thing. I picked the happiness one just because happiness is always nice. Okay. We'll do an army. Keep sending food. Check the demographics. Yeah, I would say that we're pretty much winning this one. Do a police station just to further reduce the spy stealing. You never want to have your technology stolen by spies. It's always bad thing for you. So another scientist. Go for a military academy, because why not? Probably go for stock exchange there, stock exchange there. Put you in the research lab. Put you in there. Put you in the research. Someone's already in there, so go to the factory. So we've got 866 signs. That's quite good. I could build Crystal Redentor, but it's not a very good wonder. Brandenburg Gates are probably worth it. Get an additional promotion on my units. Okay, so it's now turn 186, so we can pop our scientists. What we're probably going to want to do is push for satellites. You could push for nuclear fission to get at atomic bombs, and that would be an alright thing to do if there were other players kind of contesting us, if there was someone similar strength to us that we want to, take down. But that doesn't seem to be the case. We're way ahead in tech, we're way ahead in almost everything, so pushing for satellites will reveal the map, give us the Hubble Space Telescope, which will give us 2 free grade scientists, which gives you a lot of flexibility in what you want to go for after that. So I'm going to push straight for that, and then I'm going to pop the scientists off. And generally, what you want to do when popping scientists off is you don't want to do it when the technology is only 1 turn. So here, I can do it, and that's fine. That gave me flight, so here I can do it. And then I don't want to do one here, because it'll actually kind of... The way the overflow science works out, it will actually not give you the full amount of science for doing this. So I can wait a turn to get railroad. And then pop off another one. Get ballistics. And then radar. And then we can pop for rocketry. We'll wait a turn to get that, and then we should be able to pop our last one. If we had more faith, we could actually, and we had completed rationalism, which we haven't actually. But if we had done those 2 things, then we could actually buy great scientists and push even further ahead. But I think that this is perfectly fine for now. So I can pop this. Satellites next turn. Keep this guy here, because I'm going to use him to rush the Hubble Space Telescope. It's actually really convenient that he showed up. I don't really care who the host is. So yeah, next turn we'll get satellites, which will reveal the entire map. There we go. Bunch of natural wonders discovered. Let's take a look at what the map looks like. There are a lot of mountains here. Wow. Yeah, that is a lot of mountains. I got Siam and Brazil. They seem to be alright. God, that is a lot of mountains. Alright, but now what do we want to go for? Well, that really depends on what victory we want. If we're going for a science victory, then probably something like advanced ballistics into particle physics and nanotechnology would be alright. Nanotechnology is a good one because it gives you the stasis chamber and XCOM squads. XCOM squads are probably the best unit in the game, and you need the stasis chamber if you're going science. The XCOM squad will be useful if we decide to go domination. So that it's quite a large incentive to go for that. So I'm going to do that. We'll go straight for nanotechnology. Next turn, I'll finish the Brandenburg Gate. Then I can rush the Hubble Space Telescope, which will give me 2 free great scientists, and I can push with those great scientists further and further towards our goal. Okay. Build a lighthouse. So see, now we can do Hubble Space Telescope, rush it. Let's keep him there. Get Military Academy. Do barracks. I don't care who the host is. I'm actually going to wait with these scientists until next turn. I actually had one left over from before, which is interesting. Just do that. Didn't really matter. Check our specialists one more time. Get everyone assigned to the correct place. Alright, looks good. We'll do a harbor. So next turn we'll get combustion. Then we can push through combined arms, I believe is the next one. Yeah. And then computers. Wait a turn, pop off the last one. I'll build that. It really doesn't matter what I build at this point. It's worth checking to make sure that I'm still top on military. And I am. So we'll pop this guy off. Get this almost to robotics. We'll just continue doing building stuff. Another great artist. Just keep popping him off for golden ages.
Deveremos prosperar.
I'll just build that. Do that. I don't think we can purchase great scientist, can we? No. We purchase a great engineer, but we don't need one. So 7 turns to nanotechnology. I'm gonna actually start building some paratroopers, just to have some units lying around. Well, I'm gonna go for this. What we could actually do is just, we're so far ahead in tech now that if we just start building XCOM squads, we can probably just quickly rush out a domination victory. I'm actually running out of specialists to assign in that city, which does happen. So Sejong has entered the industrial era. I'm not particularly worried about that. Okay. Kill the Shoshone spy, we built a paratrooper and the Christo Redentor. So here I'm actually going to start building paratroopers as well. What we can do actually is once all these paratroopers are done, we can just upgrade them to XCOMs. What I might do is just delete some of these old outdated units and upgrade these. Just to kind of help my military. And also save me some money per turn. I've got 4,000 gold saved up, which I can use to upgrade units, to buy units. So here we can just do something like this, have him sit there, pop out another one, upgrade you, upgrade you, upgrade you. Keep sending food to Washington. Okay, so now what do we want to go for? We could go for advanced ballistics, could try to get nuclear missiles. Might not be a terrible idea. Don't care who the leader is. Just keep you on alert, you on alert, you on alert. Okay, I'm going to probably end this video here, and you can see next time what will hopefully, it looks like next time is going to be the final episode of this tutorial, so I'll see you then.